Uh, so, Smitty, obviously not the result you guys are looking for, but I mean, what can you say about the battle? This is the fifth game of the season, at least it felt like from the stands. It was probably the most intense game of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it's that rivalry with Rochester and Buffalo, right? It adds a little bit more motivation to the game, and just knowing kind of, they're the standard in this league, and there's a reason for that. They won the NLL championship last year, and they're still that same team. So they're kind of the bar in this league, but that's what a team we know we can beat. It's just about stopping their runs. That's a team that lives and dies on the run. I think they had 3 5-minute stretches where they outscored us, and that's on the offense as well to kind of manage that game when that goes on. So, I mean, like I said, it's just kind of stopping their runs and getting our own run going.
When you know the competition is like that, defending champs are in the building, does that put a little pep in your step? I mean, it looked like there were moments where you were just going off tonight.
Yeah, for sure it does. You don't want to value your opponent or anything like that, but it's no secret these two teams don't like each other. So especially with the crowd, it was busy, good atmosphere. It kind of adds a little bit of juice to the game for sure.
Can you speak to that? I mean, it was no surprise for anybody that was surprised. Within 2 minutes, they realized these two teams don't like each other. I mean, what was the physicality like from a player's perspective on the floor?
Yeah, it's another level from another team we might play. That's their style. And it's just about, how do you work that against them? We had a couple power play goals, which definitely is one way to do it. You just can't take those retaliatory penalties, which we had a couple of tonight as well. You just got to kind of take your licks, and then it's just going to grind them down over time.
Felt like they took a lot more retaliatory penalties than you guys, but overall they had that fourth quarter rally. I was saying to Fields, it was almost like they flipped the script. Normally you guys are the ones rallying
right.
late for wins. How do you kind of break this one down? Is this a different loss than the one in San Diego?
For sure. Going to the lead with the lead into the fourth quarter, that's a game you expect to win. That's what the great teams do in this league. That's what separates the middle of the pack with the top teams. And that obviously Buffalo being world champs from last year, they know how to do that. They're a veteran group. We're still young, and we're still trying to learn how to do that. But that's not an excuse. We just kind of got to go out and do it, and should expect to win when we're taking a lead into the last quarter.
It was in the first half, tons of offense from both sides, and then the first 10 minutes of that second half was nothing. What was different from your perspective on the floor?
Yeah, even just the last part of the second quarter, Vino's greatest goalie of all time for a reason. He's going to settle down. Yes, he had a shaky start, but he's, like I said, he's the best goalie in history. So we know he's going to settle down, and Hutchie played great in the second half as well, and the defenses both settled down. So it's funny how a game can flip on its heels like that. 20 goals in the first half, then I think it was 8 in the second half. So it's just finding different ways to get to the net score and close that game out.
Can you talk more about Vink and just like what he's able to do so well, and then also how you were able to be effective in the first half against him?
Yeah, he's a student of the game. He knows your favorite shots. He knows what you like to do, maybe even your shooting progression. So it's just kind of about studying him and his tendencies as well. You have success against him one shot, and the next shot you shoot to the same place and he's there. So it's kind of a mind game that you have to play with yourself and against him.